I've pulled all the Tappet bolts out, took a piece of wood, drilled a size 30mm hole, so that will fit in there. I'll take my polish, quickly knock them all out, polish them all, and then at the same time, while I've got them off on the motor, I will check the clearances of all the tappets, make sure everything's fine there. Okay, I'm going to set the tappets now. So I'm just going to use the Kickstarter. I'm going to slowly, you can see, we're going to come, there we go. So clearances for this motor, I'm going to set inlets at 0.10 millimeter and exhaust at 0.15. So that does not fit in there, so obviously I have to loosen the lock nut. Now it goes in. Or hold the little tappet with a long nose. That's a bit tight now. That's nice. Right, so the next one. It's also a little bit on the tight side. So again, loosen the lock nut. And there we go. Nice clearance. So it will be the same story for all of them. I'm not going to record everything. I'll bring you back once I'm done. Okay, let's put the carbs back on. Unfortunately, these rubber boots have actually gone quite hard from age, so it requires quite a bit of pushing to get them on. The easier way would be to slightly warm them up and then they go soft. But for now, this is fine. Right, that's the carbs on. Let's put the coils back on. Right, and there the motor is back complete again, ready for testing. I'm going to take it outside and connect everything up, and as soon as I'm ready for the first start, I will bring you guys back. Okay, so the first test will be to see how well is it going to hold fuel, or are we going to have dripping coming out. So let's open the fuel and you will see it coming down there. There it runs, and let's wait and see if it's going to drip from any of these overflows. It'll take a minute or two for the float bowls to fill up. Oh dear, there starts 2, 3. Immediately they all start to flood already. Oh goodness. Okay, so I've countless times tried to solve this carb leak by cleaning and reassembling and cleaning and reassembling and so on. So I eventually came to the conclusion. Over here we've got that's the seat for the needle, and that's the actual needle. So I eventually came to the conclusion it's probably slightly pitted in there. You can see in there there's a nice little brass clean spot there. So what I often do is I will take a drill bit and I'll just gently by hand do this just to clean it up, but that has not worked. So I've come up with a new ingenious system. So basically what I'm going to do is the same way as valves get lapped on a cylinder head, except for I will not be using valve grinding paste. Obviously that will be far too rough. So what I am doing, this is the valve seat. Right, I've gently put that in my cordless drills chuck. Now I'm going to use car polish. I just take a tiny little blob and I put it inside there. Now here's the little needle, and with using a long nose pliers, and that's it. I don't know if my idea is ingenious or if it's actually going to be a big mistake and that I'm actually going to ruin them, but in all honesty I can't ruin what's leaking badly anyway. So let's have a look there now. If you look very finely, and I will try to point it out, let's see. Very difficult to see, but right there where the drill tip is, there's actually a nice little ring around there now, clearly where the needle's been mounting on the bottom surface. So now I'll take this thing and I'll use some carb cleaner. And now while this works, we're going to find out. Like I said, it's leaking consistently anyway, so the only other solution will be probably just to get new needles and seats. But I'm always ready to try something. Right, let's do the rest of them and then I'll bring you back. Right, take two. I'm going to open the fuel. You just sort flowing through. Now let's sit and wait. And it seems we've still got one flooding. Okay, so, well, the one bank's clean now, so the one bank's not flooding anymore. The other bank, that's disappointing. I really thought I had it sorted now. Let's see what it does now. I've given a few taps of a hammer. Now it seems to be okay. Oh, that seems to have sorted it. Okay. No more flooding. Maybe that was just a little, after I assembled the carbs, maybe the floats were just a little bit jammed. Okay, let's try start it. My fuel's still open, so it's not flooding at all. Okay. So ground to ground, live coils and the starters. I've got the choke open, sorry, choke closed. Let's start it. Let's open that choke. Going to let it idle so it gets a bit warm. Alright, it sounds good. When I get my car balances, set that up, then we'll try to balance the carbs. Right, so I've got my carburetor balance set up all ready. These are the 4 carb balances. The little pipes go into the inlets there. You'll see all motorcycles, they have little screws over there, so I've removed the screws. The screws look like this. So with the balancers you get the little brass tubes. There we go. As I've mentioned, carburetor number 1 is the main one. In this case, not always on every bike, but you can see by the little yellow trace there of Loctite. So I'll be using that as the main carb for balancing everything. So when I'm going to start the motorcycle, you'll see the carbs all have little valves there. At the moment in the closed position, when I open them, because of the suction pulses from each cylinder, the needles will wave a lot. So the trick is to take that little valve and close it enough so that the vibrations is absolute minimum. So it's fine if it vibrates maybe like 2 mils or something either way, or something as a slight shake, but that's pretty much all you want. So let's start the bike up and set all the valves correctly, and then we will see from the needles how far the vacuum is, and that will give us an idea of how well these carbs are balanced. That's it. I'll bring it closer so we can see it a bit better. Okay, let's start it up. Right, so that's how we balance carbs. You'll probably hear this bike's got quite a bit of a misfire. Suddenly it picked up. It's just a one coil pack here. When I was actually fiddling with the wires here, it gave me quite a shock there. So those coils are not happy, but anyway, that won't be an issue. Carbs are balanced now. So yes, we've got a motor that runs well, obviously other than the carbs that just need to be set. Sorry, the coil that needs to be replaced. So right, well, I'm going to end the video there now. Next step from here will obviously I have to bring the railing chassis here, and we're gonna start looking at the installation, putting the motor back in the chassis.